Hello, everyone. Welcome to JB Rants. See if anyone wants to come over. I'll do a very short open for this one. One watching. What's up, James Robert? How are you? James Robert in at 2:52 p.m. I just want to see if we have an audience. Because if it was just me and James, you and I could just talk on some other thing. But I think some folks are going to filter over one way or another. There's too much news going on. I mean, for me, there's no such thing. I just look at it as too much information. When I say too much news, I mean too much mainstream media bullshit is what I mean. And I'm experimenting to watching. What's up, Info Dog? You, how are you? And I got to take this from Blackie. He does not only, on camera, but also gets in the chat. All right, so we got James Robert and Info Dog. Oh, wow, this is kind of weird. Because what I've been doing in my last few videos is I should have thought of this before, because I don't have a fancy studio. I'm in a room that I'm renting, right? And I just never thought of this before. It's like I have internet here now that I've got my laptop working again, so I can live stream. Because I don't know if folks know this, but the reason I stopped doing the live streams from my mobile device, like say for example when I was fishing, which was awesome because I'd get the heroin addicts coming out and all the homeless people and I pray for them. I'm not making fun of them. I'm just saying. My last video I was allowed to do live on my mobile device. I was fishing and this crazy heroin guy started just yelling nonsense at me. And although I personally got annoyed by the end of that exchange, it made for really, really good content on my YouTube channel. Now, unless you have 1,000 plus subscribers, you are no longer allowed to live stream via mobile. But you know what's cool is I've watched my subs go up. I'm at 672 or something like that. So we're not that far away. Yes, James Robert, we're good. And that's part of the show today, but we're going to do everything live because that's very, very fresh. James Robert says, you mentioned something about the military being activated that piqued my interest. Yeah, so I've heard stories. I've heard other stories. So what we're going to do on this live stream is we'll talk about it here, but I'll look up live info here, and then we can discuss it. So why don't I just start? Because I know other people are going to come in. So, all right. We'll start with our trusty old favorite. They don't work for the left side. And I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. For anyone who's lurking, my name is JB Rants. I'm a Trump supporter through and through. My MAGA hat, I left it at work because that's pretty much the only place I can wear it. Unlike most people, they can't wear their MAGA hat to work. Well, from where I live, that's the only place I can wear it without having tomatoes thrown at my fucking neck. All right, so let's get right into this because I want to learn along with what James Robert has suggested. Military activated. All right, I'll just type military activated. Let's see what Google has for us. Search. U.S. Army official site, get trained. Military terms, life, how it works for active duty, the balance of careers. Active duty Wikipedia, active duty versus National Guard or Reserve, va.gov. Wow, nothing about. Have you been. I'm probably going to have to get off of Google and use DuckDuckGo. They won't. What the fuck? Okay, let's try this again. Marines activated October 2019. So we'll get a little more specific. United States Marine Corps fight and determine manpower guidance for activation and deactivation of reserve. Regular corporal and sergeant, new Marine Corps video, registration 44th MCM. Wow. I wonder if this is almost a hoax. I can't find anything. It's only other folks on YouTube like me that are talking about this. Okay. Let's try to get a little bit more specific here. Because I don't want to be reporting on things that are false. Okay. Trump activates military. Go. Okay. All right, this is not working at all. So we're going to switch from Google and we're going to go to DuckDuckGo. Because Google is hiding like they always do. All right, so DuckDuckGo.com. Okay. Trump activates National Guard. Okay. Plan to deploy to the border. Deploys military to the border. February 17th, 2017. What's going on here, folks? Hey, crazy house. Welcome to JB Rants. I'm just trying to figure out this whole damn... Oh, boy. All right. So, no one's covering it. Let's try Gateway Pundit. All right, we'll try Gateway Pundit. Let's see if I can find anything here. Oh, I typed in the wrong... What the hell? The Gateway Tavern? No. Pundit. Fuck. The Gateway Pundit. Boom. All right, here we go. We'll just read some of these headlines as they essentially provide automatic content for a show such as mine. Not a Republican. Not a Democrat. Trump supporter. Conspiracy theorist. That's what I am. Both political parties are bereft of justice, dignity, and any moral character whatsoever. They're run by the international banks, which also runs the media and all the social media websites, which is why it's so hard for me to find real articles, even though I'm showing you. All right, so Gateway Pundit, breaking. Deep State attorney linked to Schumer and Hillary confirms he is now representing multiple whistleblowers in connection to July 25th Trump call. Isn't it weird that these intelligence agencies and all of these officials and all their whistleblowers that they're coming up with, how many women did they come up with against the nomination of Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh? And then all 6 had zero provable facts. They just came out to get it in the media. The media is the 5th arm of government. The media is the 5th column of government. They work for the Democrats. The Republicans are no better. They all work for the Satanists and the international banks. But the media is a 5th wing of the Democrat Party. And it's even Fox, except for a couple of them. I think Tucker's good. I think Judge Dean is good. Maria Bartiromo is awesome. And a few others. Gateway Pundit, Rudy Giuliani. Oh, I watched this earlier. Rudy Giuliani goes off. Media wants to go after me so they don't have to deal with their honey boy Biden. Yeah, I watched that one earlier. That was fantastic. Rudy Giuliani is a fucking savage. I love the guy. Would I have liked him as president? No. Did he do a decent job as mayor of New York? Yes. But I think he's perfect as Trump's attorney because he just doesn't give a fuck. James Robert, calling in the guard and reserves could mean that they are about to throw everything at someone, including the kitchen sink. I hope so, because there's a lot of folks saying that this is a deep state takeover, and there are a lot of folks saying that this is the president getting ready, because when he starts arresting all the fucks and the puke heads and the Illuminati and these horrible, horrible international satanic bankers, the ones who eat the children, drink the blood of children, so they get their rush from adrenochrome. If you don't know what adrenochrome is, look it up. Crazy Horse. When did the president call up National Guard? I'm trying to figure it out. It's just a bunch of other YouTube folks talking about it. I can't find any actual articles. I don't know if it's being censored. I don't know if I have no idea. James Robert, don't know if he has, but it's interesting. Hell yeah, it's interesting. That's why I'm covering it. New, corrupt Obama. This is all Gateway Pundit. I'm just reading articles from Gateway Pundit. New, corrupt Obama judge Amy Berman Jackson orders White House to preserve records of Trump's dealings with foreign leaders. I got no problem with that. Let me read that again. New, corrupt Obama judge Amy Berman Jackson orders White House to preserve records of Trump's dealings with foreign leaders. Yeah, I have no problem with that. We should know what the president's doing. So Maria Bartiromo. I didn't watch her this morning. I'll go back and watch it later. I try to catch her every Sunday. I slept in today, big time. There is speculation that Adam Schiff met with the whistleblower directly. Okay, wouldn't surprise me at all. Former Italian Prime Minister and Obama pal Renzi threatens George Papadopoulos after Barr's visit to investigate Italian connections of corruption. Oh, you're going to look at the bad things we're doing? You're going to look at the bad things we're doing? Okay, then we're going to threaten George Papadopoulos. Intimidation tactics, intimidation techniques and tactics. This is how psychopaths work. First they accuse you of what they're doing that's bad. So first they accuse you of the wrong things that they're doing. And then if you call them out on it, then they double down and they say, no, it's you, you're bad, you're bad, you're bad. You farted in class once in first grade, you're bad, you're bad. They'll just come up with anything. It's the craziest thing. Rudy Giuliani drops a bomb, shames elitist hack Kurtz, and outs Biden crimes in Romania. Good. Rudy Giuliani he's got some balls. James Robert, wait, hold on. Crazy Horse. They preserve all records of presidents' dealings with foreign leaders. I would like to view Obama's. Exactly. What's good, I hate to use cliches. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. What's good for you is good for me. And when I say good, I don't mean good. I mean what's fair for you is fair for me. There should not be double standards in a free and open society. Just because someone is worth $10 million doesn't mean their rights, because they can afford expensive lawyers, are the same as someone who's unemployed or making $10,000 a year. Same human being, same rights. It's your actions. So I think that's great. Lindsey Graham to wait for Inspector General Horowitz report on FISA, which, for those who don't know what FISA is, it's Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. Abuse before investigating Schiff's lies, Obama deep state crimes, Biden crime family, etc., proving he's not serious. I agree. Lindsey Graham is, I think, probably a swamp creature, but he wants to keep his job and wants to get reelected or maybe run for president again someday. So he came out like, yeah, I'm cool with President Trump now, but, really, I think he's got his own agenda, and his actions prove it. And yes, thank you for your service, James. Robert, I was in the Guard in 1991 and was called up for Iraq. The amount of troops and equipment I saw in Saudi was massive. And yes, a personal thanks to James Robert for his service. I have never served. From Crazy Horse and also from me, from JB, Jason from Boston. Thank you for your service, James Robert. Deep State Professor Joseph Mifsud, involved in setting up General Flynn and Papadopoulos, also involved in drafting pro-EU Brexit plan. Okay. Representative John Ratcliffe, Adam Schiff should be called to testify under oath on his part in the whistleblower attack on the president. Sounds reasonable. Boom. Maria Bartiromo calls out liar Lindsey Graham. My viewers are frustrated. When can we expect you to start subpoenaing people? Okay. I think this is the first one that I'm actually going to play on my stream. If I can find the video, but I gotta use the restroom real quick. Sorry about that. I'm already back down to 2 viewers. Gotta do farm chores. I'll see you later, JB. Peace, amigos. Peace, crazy house. All right, I think I'll just keep this going. Oh, I forgot to mention my other guest. We had Crazy Horse. We have James Robert. We have a few folks in here. But my co-host is actually my hair. This shit is getting insane. Wonder if I cut it all off or just keep it going. I think I'm going to keep it going. All right, Maria Bartiromo calling out Lindsey Graham. My viewers are frustrated. Let's check this out. I just discovered Gateway Pundit. All right, let's see here. Come on, where's the video? Oh, here we go.
So no wonder the president brings this up to the leaders of these countries to try to find out, how this information started. Given that it was the first 2.5 years of his presidency that people were up in arms over collusion, very quickly
remember that Russia. Remember
they
that?
want to see you do that deep dive into what took place. When can we expect your subpoenaing people, and who are you going to get to come down and testify?
Come on, Lindsey.
I'm going to tell your viewers, I'm going to do it the way I think I need to do it. I'm not going to get ahead of Horowitz. This man is independent of politics. He was appointed by Obama. He did a good job in the past. I'm going to look at his report, then I'll build out on it. I'm not out to get anybody. I'm trying to find out what happened. So I'm not going to issue subpoenas because people are frustrated. I'm going to call Horowitz before the committee. He's going to tell us about the FISA warrant application and the counterintelligence investigation, and I'll go wherever the facts take us. But I do want every Republican to be asked, would you...
Yeah, it's not a coach. That's pretty funny. It's not a co-chair. It's co-hair.
Phone call between the president of the United States and the Ukrainian president, because if you would, I think that is just incredibly bad judgment. I want Romney to be asked that. As to having China look into this, I think that's a bad idea. I don't trust anything coming out of China against Biden, Trump, me, or you. So the bottom line is I want people to do this the right way. The right way is for Horowitz to come forward to my committee under oath and tell us what happened. And I promise you, I'll build out on it appropriately. Somebody needs to look at whether or not the DNC was involved with the Ukraine. Somebody
Correct.
needs to look at the Bidens, whether or not they violated the law. They sure as hell looked at the Trumps.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to look at the Bidens. I want this to be done outside of politics, and I want Nancy Pelosi to have the courage to vote on impeachment,
All right.
not just talk about it.
All right, we'll be watching this.
I got no problem with
It's
that.
good to see you, sir. Thanks so much.
No, I got no problem with that. When they say far right wing gateway pundit, I kind of agree with that in a way, because their headline, I thought I was going to see Lindsey Graham. He dodged one question a little bit, but aside from that, everything he said was totally appropriate. You know, let's look at all of it, and the bad actors are eventually going to surface one way or another. So I got no problem with that at all. Romney is a swamp creature, says James Robert. Yeah. Probably, I don't want to be immature. I was about to make an underwear joke. Don't the Mormons wear special underwear or something like that? Which is just bizarre. I mean, talk about a cult, like a cult. Ugh. I don't know what the hell's going on there. Anyway, it looks like our numbers are not really going to go up, so therefore my message is basically me chatting with friends, which I can just go do at Gramps. So I can go hang out with James Robert at Gramps. So I'm going to end this one. We'll go on later, cover some other stuff. Hopefully nothing really, really horrible happens between now and then. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, James Robert, thank you very much for coming by. Crazy host, thank you very much for coming by. And apparently the Wi-Fi is down. Info Dog, thank you very much for coming by. So, I will see you guys on the other side. So, JB Rants and my hair says peace, and we'll talk to you later.